Join us and help us continue to support the many talented people of our community. Learn how to get your business highlighted on Lacrosse Local. Go to lacrosselocal.com and click on Advertise. The Frozen River Film Festival is taking place February 5th through 12th in Winona, Minnesota. Nearly 50 feature and short-form documentary films that will take you to the heart of current events, the forefront of social change, and distinct cultures in an increasingly global community. For tickets and more information, visit frff.org. Join us at the La Crosse Winter Roots Festival Saturday, February 11th at the La Crosse Center. We'll celebrate Wisconsin favorites in music, cuisine, local beer, and spirits. Grab tickets at lacrosselocal.com. The Pump House Regional Arts Center brings you live, heartfelt performances from gifted singer-songwriters. Enjoy original music brought to stage by area mainstay musicians and sought-after regional bands. Check out the concert series online and pick up your tickets at thepumphouse.org. We connect once again with Joe Kachaver, this time about the 24th annual Masquerade Winter Ball happening Saturday, February 18th. We got into the early years of the festival, what to expect, new release beers, the all-star music lineup, and how to grab tickets. You can find more conversations, food reviews, weekend picks, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is La Crosse Local.
So, Joe, we're here to chat about the 24th annual Masquerade Winter Ball happening Saturday, February 18th. So it's been 24 years. So can you believe it's been 24 years? I mean, I remember, I think it was maybe 1999 that this thing was starting out in a barn, or what's kind of the origin of it?
Well, our original winter ball was our grand opening party, which was December 4th of 1999. And we decided, at some point just to have that party over again each year. So back in those days, we were in the basement of the bodega. That's where the Pearl Street Brewery was originally for the first 6 years of our existence. And so the first winter ball was at the bodega, and then in subsequent years it got bigger, so we couldn't fit all the people that wanted to go in the bodega anymore. So we and I should point out too that the bodega was smaller back then. Now it's grown, in the last, I don't know how many years, it's gotten much bigger because they incorporated the building next door into the bar. So anyways, we had it anywhere from 2 years. We had it in my buddy's barn down the south end of town. That was a lot of fun. A big old 18th or 19th century barn. Good times, good music always. And we had it out in Westby one time. Yeah, we had it, several places in the early years, and then once we moved into our current location, which is 15 years ago, we've been having it here ever since because we have the room to have a nice big party and the parking and stuff. So
it seems like, at least the last 5 years, I would think, there seems to be some sort of dressing up component to it. You guys did some, roaring 20s, I believe. I think you had kind of like a space one the last couple of years. Where did that come about? Just for extra fun or what?
Yeah, just for fun. We had, themes, right? So, hey, let's add a theme. So we, instead of just having a party with a bunch of beers, we had, different things you mentioned the alien one. It was kind of like this alien invasion, abduction kind of thing. And we had a bunch of, we made 26 flying saucers that we hung from the ceiling with lights shooting down on the tables. It was pretty fun. It was a lot of work making those flying saucers, but it was worth it. Everybody got a kick on that. We named all the new release beers after different space stuff and alien stuff. It was a good time. And then we had a Roaring 20s one, which is like flappers and gangster kind of theme, 20s gangsters. A blast. Everyone liked it. It is tough. You have a party like that's a theme, a lot of people get into it and a lot of people have a blast, but also it deters some people that are like, I don't like dressing up for whatever reason. And so when you're having a party like that, it's kind of a roll in the dice, but it was great. We were at max capacity. Everyone really liked it. This year, we're doing a full-on masquerade ball. So you think of anything from, Mardi Gras mask to a full-on masquerade outfit or formal attire. A lot of people I heard are going to come in like with a tux or whatever. Just look kind of like it's freestyle. Do what you want, whatever that means to you. Dress accordingly and come on down, and we'll be having a good time.
Yeah, I just realized again, you referencing making all those flying saucers, you guys really go all out in terms of decorations as well. It's not just dressing up, it's like the whole experience of walking into the brewery looking a little different every year.
Yep, for sure. I mean, it's our celebration of another year in business and another great year for Pearl Street. So we're really excited, and everybody, who works here is on hand, and everyone contributes to it. And we really try to put it together and make it fun for everybody.
As always with Winter Ball, I believe it's been the thing since the beginning, but you always have like surprise new beers that'll be available, releases throughout the day. Can you take us through a few of them?
Yes, we always release some new stuff. We are not only a brewery, and I don't know, many people don't know this, but in 2020, well, we had a little extra time on our hands. We became a winery too, and we started making our own in-house wines. So that is also part of our releases. For beers, we're going to be brewing, or we already have actually, a Dunkelweizen in the tanks right now. It'll be ready for release in February. So a Dunkelweizen is essentially, it's similar to a Hefeweizen. Everyone knows what a Hefeweizen is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a Southern German wheat beer, and it's a darker version of a Hefeweizen. So Dunkel actually means dark in German, and it's complex, malty. It's got a very low bitterness. It's got a much fuller body. Think of like a caramely, malty, full-bodied beer. But Hefeweizens and Dunkelweizens are really known for their phenolic and estery aromatic profiles. So you get, bananas or clove, bubblegum kind of aromatics in there. So it's a really unique beer that we'll be releasing that night. What else do we have? We have, we've also made a German style Pilsner that we'll release. So a beer on the lighter side, but unlike American Pilsners, it's got a lot more going on in the, in the flavor and aromatics department from like American style Pilsner or like our shitty light beer is an American style light lager. This is much different. People also know of Czech Pilsners, but the German style Pilsner is a little different, mainly because the water that we use is different profile than if I were to brew a Czech Pils. Germany has more minerally water compared to Czechoslovakia. So what that does is it brings forward aromatics of hops, and it's a little bit of a drier beer with still malty and fuller bodied than an American Pilsner. But compared to a Czech Pils, it's going to be more hop forward. And also it's had some late hopping, which you wouldn't really see in a Czech style Pils. Carbonation's a little higher. They have a nice big fat white head on them, and so that's kind of on the lighter beer style side for this party. We're going to be releasing 2 new house-made wines, a Chardonnay and a Cabernet. Plus, we made spritzers in the past, so wine spritzers with fruit juices and stuff, and we kind of played with that, and we're going to have a couple of those on tap. So we're going to have a white and a red wine spritzer. Our peach wine spritzer was a big hit last year. Rank it up. Everybody we were totally out of it at the end of the party. So.
Well, man, I mean, it sounds like you just have a wide spread. Yeah, you have a wide spread of people, if you don't necessarily drink beer, but also to have, those different cherry sours and, the spritzers and things like that. People could pick and choose.
And plus, we have hard seltzers that we made, and we did that also in 2020, made some hard seltzers. We have a margarita one that's pretty good and a couple other ones. And of course, we have a full line of hard ciders that we collaborate with the Hoke family on, apple-based ciders that we have here on tap all the time. Lots of different variety.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, people could pick from pretty much anything. One thing, I noticed too this year, which I'm pretty pumped about, but also, with the dress-up theme, I would think Parliament Funkadelic, Flaming Lips. You have the music of Porky's Groove Machine, who I've seen in Appleton a few times. I think they're out of Minneapolis now.
Nice.
But I mean, they're brassy, funky.
Oh, you don't need a car to mama for mom when the moves are sweet as cinnamon. Oh, they are the Spice Girls.
They dress up in banana costumes and various outfits.
Right, I know.
They have their own monikers.
They're wacky. You know, that's been a big part of not just the Winter Ball, but a lot of parties we've had here. I mean, we like live music. We've supported live music since day one, local stuff, local bands. All year round, we have live music every Thursday on our happy hour stage. Starts at 6 o'clock. It's always free to the public. I mean, we've had just about every local band on our stages, past and present, over the years. And we like to bring new music to La Crosse, which is great for bands that are, say, like, you know, from out of town. That gives them a new audience. And also it's great for the people of La Crosse, obviously, to see some great bands. We've had, you know, I could almost say hundreds of great bands
easily
over the years. We had Reverend Heart and Heat a couple of years ago, Traveling Suitcase, Bird's Eye, Heatbox, Smoking Bandits, of course. They're local-ish. They've kind of spread out around the state now. But we had the Super Suckers here a couple of years ago. The Feelin', Goodyear Pimps played a party we had one time. Those guys are awesome, from Illinois. We had Little Elvis. I could go on and on, man. There's just been so many cool bands that we've brought here and put them in front of La Crosse people and had a great time.
Yeah,
Porky's Groove Machine is going to be just another killer band on our stage. Yeah, they're from Appleton, aren't they? And now they've been up in Minneapolis for about 8 years.
Yeah, I've seen them on the street. I've seen them in a venue during a Mile of Music, which is a large festival up in Appleton. So it's always great to see them. Plus, it just brings, you know, opening the night for Winter Roots will just be, you know, ultimate party starting right away. But also, you mentioned the Feeling. You know, a favorite of your guys is you always bring in Mark Joseph of the American Soul, but they're actually backing up Nicholas David, the Feeling. And he's also going to be playing some Mardi Gras themed tunes along to go with the Masquerade Ball. Is that correct?
That's right. Mark Joseph, he was in a band that many people will recognize called Down Low back in, you know, I want to say, I don't even know how many years ago, but now he's he does a lot of solo stuff, and he's in a band called the American Soul. In fact, they had their CD release party here last year. I think it was last year.
Yep.
Vegas Motel. Like I said, he was in Down Low, which was a killer band. I love those guys. And Nicholas David, so he'll be, I don't know exactly how they're putting it together, but I think they're going to be paired up all together. They're going to do a Mardi Gras set of like Mardi Gras type music. And Nicholas David, to me, he's a lot like Dr. John, if you know who that is. He's a total Louisiana Mardi Gras guy. He's like synonymous with Mardi Gras. But Nick David is just a lot like him in how he acts, how he dresses, just like who he is. And he's like, great, just an excellent piano player, really loud, brassy piano, you know, and good times. Great singer, great soulful, super soulful voice. He was a finalist on The Voice. It was 2018, you know. That's how we kind of first heard of him. We followed him, watched every episode. You know, we actually knew him before that because he had played here, and then when he went on The Voice, we were totally backing him, you know. And he was a finalist. He almost won. It was pretty cool, and he deserved it too. He's really good.
Yeah, he's always you know, a great guy to catch live. You know, could real funky to, you know, real kind of low down and chill. But I'm sure he's going to be rocking at the Winter Ball, especially with Mark Joseph, who really, you know, brings it to the stage.
Definitely, we always like working with Mark. It's always a great time, and you know, following Porky's Groove Machine.
They got to bring it.
They're gonna have to keep that energy rolling. So yeah, it should be a good time. It's always a fun dance party here at the brewery for the Winter Ball.
So you can pick up tickets at pearlstreetbrewery.com. It also looks like tickets are $25, but it also includes a beverage with that too, so people can get a drink right when they walk in.
So yeah, this is a 21 plus party, and yep. You can buy tickets here at the brewery, or you can buy them on Shopify, which you can just find the link to that on our pearlstreetbrewery.com, or on our social media on Facebook and Instagram.
La Crosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at La Crosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com. And you can subscribe to the La Crosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.